Good morning, friends. So, day before yesterday, we talked about Francis Bacon's tips for choosing books or how to read books. And yesterday also we discussed about certain more things. So, in the first episode, the things that I quoted Bacon was that some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few are to be chewed and digested. Right? Can you recall that? Actually, you see, while saying so, what exactly Sir Francis Bacon shared with us? These are that some books need to be read casually, some memorized for practical use, and only a few books are to be read intensely for permanent benefits. Right? Similarly, in my second episode, I quoted Bacon thus that history makes man wise, poets witty, and mathematics subtle. How it is that? History actually enables us to judge things in right perspective. Poetry sharpens our understanding, and mathematics enables us to become analytical. So that is why Francis Bacon repeated that history makes man wise, poets witty, and mathematics subtle. You see, just as a person performs specific physical exercises to improve the condition of various parts of his body, in the same way, every branch of knowledge helps us develop specific powers of minds or intellect. That is the lesson that we got in our earlier two episodes. As for today, friends, let us again take the help of Francis Bacon. And what he says is that reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. So by this statement, what Francis Bacon means is that reading makes us prepared to face situations as we have got knowledge of different things, right? Similarly, conference, that is discussion, empowers us to examine if our knowledge is perfect, and if not, we can always correct ourselves. And thirdly, that writing makes us competent to express our views and perceptions, thoughts, judgments in appropriate way. To elaborate the things further, let us see what Francis Bacon has got to say. Reading maketh a full man. You see, whenever you read different types of books, your knowledge becomes increased. Your repository, your stock becomes full. If you read different types of books of different subjects ranging from different authors, definitely your knowledge, intellect, etc. will be full, will be sufficient enough to enable you to execute them in real life. Secondly, what Francis Bacon says, that conference a ready man. Conference means discussion. If you discuss the things, whatever you have read with others, then it enables you to verify or to judge whether whatever you have learned is correct or not, whether the things you have gathered are foolproof or not. Somebody may have some different interpretation, different inputs, additional knowledge. So in course of discussion only you can perfect. After all, you see, this area of knowledge is so vast. It is not possible for a single man to read or go through each and every book that is available. So whenever we enter into any discussion, a discourse with fellow people or say seniors or maybe juniors, they may have read something other. So in course of discussion, these things will get expressed and you will also be coming to know. You will be putting forward your views and perceptions, your knowledge. The other persons, they will also come forward with their knowledge, their perceptions, etc. So in that way, through that discussion, through that exchange, we can enrich ourselves. And that way, we become a ready man. That means we are in a position to face or to answer or to respond to all situations. And thirdly, what Bacon sir says is that writing an exact man or a perfect man. See, if you read something, even if you enter into discourse also, but if you do not exercise your skill of writing, then your power of expression may not be sufficient. So in order to perfect yourself, you should do some writing also regularly, because without writing it is not possible to perfect our knowledge. Whenever we can write the things in the correct manner, or whenever we enter into writing, our shortcomings, our deficiencies also comes or surfaces, and that way also we can improve ourselves, we can correct ourselves, and we can become a perfect man. So that is why Sir Bacon says that reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing a perfect man. Now, if we don't do the above, then what happens? See, as Sir Francis Bacon says, that if someone reads little, he needs to be cunning to hide his ignorance. That you might have already experienced during your examinations. In your examinations, it is not that always all the questions will be sort of common kind of things that you can attempt them, you can answer them. There may be some questions which were set which may not be directly within the purview of your knowledge. But in that case, what one needs to do is that by means of other knowledge, other sources, one should attempt to write all the answers, because nowadays you see the scoring good marks is really a problem, it is a difficulty. So if you are to give an walkover to a particular question, that means you will never be able to score highest mark as per your capacity. So it is always suggested and it is always advisable that you should try to answer all the questions that are asked, set. So perchance if there be any question which is outside your knowledge, then you should, by dint of your other surrounding knowledges, you should try to answer that question. And that is why Sir Francis Bacon says that if a person reads little, that means not sufficient enough, then he should be cunning. That means he should be intelligent enough to take advantage of his other knowledge and give a more or less a nearly correct answer of the uncommon question that has been put forward to him. Secondly, if he says, if someone discusses little, then he should have presence of mind to face obstacles. You see, as I said earlier, that if someone does not discuss the things in order to judge whether his knowledge is sufficient or not, perfect or not, he should have his presence of mind. That even in certain situations, if his knowledge does not come to his rescue, then he should have got that presence of mind so that he can face that particular situation. That is why Francis Bacon says that if one discusses little, he should have a presence of mind. And thirdly, if a man writes little, then he should have a great memory. So Bacon says that if you write little, that means your knowledge has not been proved that it is perfect. So if you have got good memory, then no problem. Even if you do not practice writing regularly, even then by virtue of your very good and solid memory, you will be in a position to attempt the things, solve the problems, etc. So as for today, let us remember that reading maketh a full man, conference or discussion a ready man, and writing an perfect man. So this much for today. Thank you very much.